Of course, though, we're going to start with our own tribute to Captain Sir Tom, or Captain Marvel. There he is, as the Sun calling him this morning. He's in all the front pages, of course. The Mirror says he was the hero of our time, and last night, Buckingham Palace, the London Eye and the Blackpool Tower were all lit up in his memory. And here's how we'll all remember Captain Tom, giving us hope.
I think that you really have to look forward to things being better. I mean, I've always said tomorrow is a good day.
Tomorrow is a good day, and with me now, our Dr Alex, who's seen firsthand the impact of the money raised by Captain Tom. I'm also joined by Rebecca Haworth, the first reporter to break the news of Captain Tom's charity walk, and Gavin Bond is the GQ photographer responsible for that amazing, iconic it is, that shot there. Isn't that fantastic? That was last year, of course. He looks so good there. Hello to all of you. It's great to see you. Rebecca, I have to start with you because you got this story, you heard about this story at a time when we really, really needed it.
We absolutely did. It was just during that first lockdown when there was so many bleak news. It was all very doom and gloom. And when we heard about Captain Tom's story, we thought, right, we have to do that. So when we went over to see him, it was a lovely sunny April day, and I had such a lovely warm welcome from the family. They were so happy we were there, and we obviously had to be very careful with social distancing and everything because of his age. But the moment I met him, he's just an absolute cracker. He came up and he was very interested in all of our camera equipment because he loves photography. So instead of me asking him lots of questions, he ended up asking me lots of questions about the camera equipment and what we were doing and how all the editing worked. He was very interested in it and me and what my life had been like. So from the very start, we really sort of hit it off. And he said to me at the very start, because when we met, he'd only raised a couple of £1,000. And he said, you know, I'm hoping to raise more, but I'm probably not going to make much difference. And of course he did. And the story completely took off. And being able to be there from the very start, I felt so privileged to be able to be there and see the story grow from its very humble beginnings, because none of us, you know, they weren't expecting it, and it was just a lovely surprise when it did really take off.
It really, and it united us all, and this is exactly what he said to you. This just sums up the man. Here we are.
One little soul like me isn't going to make much difference. I might hope that it does, but it won't really, will it?
It won't really, will it? Gosh, Rebecca, it certainly did. I mean, really, it was remarkable. At that time when you were talking to him, of course, nobody knew this was going to go global. I mean, we've had President Biden, you know, sending his condolences to the family and uniting the whole nation, really, didn't he?
He absolutely did. I mean, the timing was key for it, because obviously everyone was looking for something good to focus on, and that's what he provided. And of course, what he did with all his fundraising was nothing short of remarkable. But it was also what Hannah and I like to call the Tom factor. It's his wonderful, cheeky personality that made us all fall in love with him. I mean, he's got a great sense of humour, and he's so very caring as well. He likes to know, as I said, how you're doing, and he's interested in your story. And it was just lovely to get to know him. I mean, he's so modest. He's done so much with his life, and it's only until you get to know him that he sort of opens up about it. And it was lovely to get to know not just Captain Tom, but of course Hannah and the family. They're all so close. Tom, of course, moved in with them after his late wife died, and that's quite a special unit they've got there. They're all, you know, Georgia, his grandchild, has only ever known life with her granddad. He's lived with her whole life, so they've got a really special relationship. And being able to see that at a time when I couldn't see my own family and friends was just so special, and it was certainly something I'll never forget. And there was a lovely moment when he released his autobiography, actually, and because of social distancing and things, we're always doing bits outside, and it was quite a chilly morning, and I was chatting to him about his book and everything, and he couldn't stop worrying about me and the fact that I didn't have a coat on. I think we've got a clip of it.
And I'm always delighted to see you I wish you got a coat. It's all because you look a bit cold, but no doubt. Well,
Don't worry, it's all worth
you'll
it
get better.
to see you.
I don't know whether it's worth it. I don't want you to be cold.
Oh, I'm not cold, I promise. I'm not cold.
Oh, what a lovely man. And I love how you're talking about him in the present tense, as if he's still with us, because it sort of feels like he is, really. Stay with us, though, because Gavin is here. And Gavin, you took photographs of the great man for GQ. There he was, a man of the year, of course. And you went to his house, and he was a delight, wasn't he? I mean, he was up for anything.
He certainly was. Well, you know, the shoot day was on October the 13th, and I turned up at his house, and I was brought through to his room, and he was sat in his, in his chair, and he brought me over, and he was like, "So what do we have planned today for these pictures?" So, and I showed him a photograph that I'd found of an old Civil War photograph of a soldier sat in a chair with a flag draped over his shoulder. And I was like, what do you think of this? I'd like that. And he was like, oh, wow, that would be incredible. So at that point, I left him in his room, sort of rest, and we went into the kitchen and set up a studio in the kitchen, ready for him. And he came through to the kitchen and sat down for his cover shot. We draped the flag over his shoulder with his medals, and we took that. And then he went through to the garden, and that's the picture that today, and yesterday everyone's been talking about, which is, I had a larger flag that we draped over his shoulders and basically turning, him into superhero, my
that
superhero,
is a beautiful,
everyone's
beautiful
superhero.
Image. Oh, it is. And I think that just sums him up, it really does. I mean, 100 years old and as sharp as anything. And, what Rebecca was saying, he was so interested in everything. He had that curiosity about life. He'd be asking you questions, I'm sure, while you were taking the photographs and wanting to know everything that was going on.
For sure. Yeah, no, he informed me that tuxedo he hadn't worn for, I think it was like 50 years, but he was very happy to get back in it. And then, that was mixed in with some elements from Hugo Boss, who sponsor the GQ Man of the Year. And he looked extremely dapper. And it's just that little smile that he has that just, says everything.
Oh, it was great. And you also had some real good fun with them, because the team did this video where it was like, Captain Sir Tom's fitness routine, and he played along with it. I loved this.
The whole sports thing.
Oh, see how good he... Look at that. Isn't that amazing for a 100-year-old? That may not be him. It's just great. For him to sort of say, yeah, let's do that. That's great fun.
Yeah, that was a video that was made separately for the Man of the Year awards. He was our Inspiration of the Year award, and he certainly was. But yeah, that just shows his personality. Like he was game and down for that, and he's really, really special. Oh,
it's brilliant. Gavin, thank you so much, and thank you, Rebecca. It was really, really good to talk to both of you. It really wasn't to remember the great man with, we're all talking about him and we're all smiling, which is fantastic. And our Dr Alex is here as well. Now, he raised ridiculous amounts of money. I think it was something like £33,000, £30 million, for goodness sake. Then it went up to 39 with Gifted. Then he inspired everybody else, so we don't know how much it would be.
He was an incredible human being. There are not many people that unite an entire nation, every age, every demographic, everyone in this country and across the world loved him. And actually, I have a copy of that GQ magazine at home, and I was looking at it last night at that picture, and I thought, you really are a hero of this century. Yeah. And what you've done for us as a country, as a nation, we'll never forget.
It's a great image, isn't it? Isn't it a smashing image?
We'll never forget it. He is a
wonderful.
Hero.
And for you working at the coalface of the NHS and everybody else who did that, seeing what he did for you, because this was all about the NHS, he just wanted to give back, that must have helped morale at a time when it was pretty tough.
At that time, I think the morale was really dropping, and seeing someone so positive, so resilient, so optimistic, what he said about tomorrow being a better day, it did lift us. And don't forget, a lot of the money that's been raised for NHS Charities Together will go and support frontline staff, mental health included. Yep. So we owe it to him, really.
Don't forget, you can watch full episodes of Lorraine on the ITV Hub, and all the best clips, compilations and playlists right here on our channel. Just subscribe now and you'll never miss an upload. Click here to watch another video similar to this one, or click here to head to our channel's homepage to explore all of our exciting videos.